When Cherry Blossoms Whisper. Side Story Volume, Whispers Beyond the Blossoms. Final Epilogue, Letters to the Future. It was a quiet afternoon. The cafe gallery was closed for the day, sunlight slanting through the windows, painting the polished floor with dappled light. The cherry tree outside had shed most of its blossoms, but not all. Sakura sat cross-legged on the wooden floor, a small tin box between her knees. Haruto knelt beside her, his hand resting just behind hers, not touching, but close enough to feel the heat. In that tin box were 2 letters, each sealed with faded wax, written years ago on a night when the future felt like a distant maybe. They were labeled, "To our future children." From the ones who once whispered under blossoms. Sakura smiled as she read her own handwriting on the envelope, tracing the ridges of the wax with a fingertip. "We said we'd bury these when the sapling grew tall enough to shelter a child," she whispered. Haruto nodded. "It's ready now. And so are we." They stood up together, stepping out into the garden. The cherry sapling they planted years ago had grown sturdy and proud, its trunk strong, branches wide. A quiet breeze rustled its leaves. It was the child of the original tree that had once shaded their high school, their fights, their confessions, and now this. Haruto crouched and dug into the soft soil while Sakura held the box. Before they covered it, they opened the letters just once more. Haruto's letter read silently, but Sakura's eyes moved as if she could hear him. "To whoever you become, I don't know if you'll be quiet like me or stormy like her, but I hope you find something that makes your heart beat faster. Art, music, someone's laughter. And when you find it, chase it, even if it scares you. I spent half my life running from emotions I couldn't draw. Then I met your mother. She taught me that sometimes the messiest strokes make the clearest picture. Find your mess. Let it bloom." Sakura's letter she read aloud, voice soft, eyes glistening. "You might hear stories about how we met. How I was the perfect girl who hid her feelings and he was the boy who only spoke through sketches. But what you won't hear is how often we failed. How scared we were. And how love didn't come in a rush, it bloomed in silence, in held hands, in poems I wrote just for him and never showed anyone else. My wish for you? Don't chase perfection. Chase what makes you tremble. Because imperfect moments are the ones that last." They folded the letters and sealed the box again. Haruto placed it into the ground with care, and Sakura covered it with dirt. Together, they pressed a stone marker above it, a single engraved word. Legacy. Then silence. But not empty silence, peaceful, full of unspoken dreams and the soft promise of tomorrow. Later that evening, Haruto unlocked the cafe gallery and turned on the lights. One side was lined with Sakura's framed poems, each paired with Haruto's art. Above them hung a sign. "The Girl Who Whispered Poems, a Story in Petals and Ink." In the center of the room stood a table, simple, warm wood, with a vase of fresh cherry blossoms in the middle. As they sat across from each other, sipping tea, Sakura reached for Haruto's hand. "Do you think," she whispered, "they'll read those letters one day?" Haruto nodded. "And when they do, they'll know that we were afraid, that we loved anyway." A petal drifted past the window. The breeze carried it away, and for a moment, it looked like a poem floating toward the sky. Sakura leaned into Haruto's shoulder. "You were always my favorite poem." And under the blossoms that had seen 1,000 springs, their story, softly, quietly, continued. Thanks for watching our video. If you find this video interesting, then please subscribe our YouTube channel. If you're watching this video from TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, then follow our page for more contents like this.